What is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're going to be talking about the new Shades of set that they get released in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM today. Now, most of you guys normally are probably thinking, Ty, why you're not on 2K database? That's normally where you do these videos. Well, you guys would be right, but 2K database, at least early on in my team, is probably going to be relatively slow. I mean, I'll stay up to date, you know, in case they update it or stuff like that. But it'll probably get updated later today or later this morning if I did have to guess. Now, the problem with that, especially today, is with the Sapphire Evo version. So, like for Banchero, for like a Jalen Duren, for a guy like Jeremy Sochan, we're not necessarily going to know how good each and every one of those players are going to be after each and every one of their Evos. We'll just see what the base card looks like and talk about each and every one of them. Now, again, make sure you guys do smash that subscribe button if you are new for daily MyTEAM content as we are on the road towards 110,000 subscribers. Let's start off with Banchero here. 6'10", 250 pounds. Okay, the base card has a 75 3-ball, 85 driving dunk, 76 ball handle. Not great perimeter or interior, but decent speed and lateral quickness. I'm going to say this right now. Banchero is going to be absolutely elite in my team. His animations are going to be solid. His player build is going to be good. I mean, the base card comes with some decent badges. And I can only imagine what he's going to be like after 3 Evos. Again, this is just the base version of the card. This is not Evo'd at all. He gets 3 separate Evos. And if you do get to choose the path for Banchero, that's going to be a W as well. But he's already got a 75 3-ball. I mean, it's not like he's not going to be able to shoot. He's got a 75 3-ball with that silver catch and shoot. So no matter what his Evo is, it's going to be relatively easy because it's not like he can't shoot at all. He can shoot, he can obviously defend, rebound, stuff like that. I am a big fan of what Paolo Banchero can do for you and your squad, especially when he does get Evo. Now, stay tuned later today for the gameplay of the Evo Banchero because that is really where you guys are going to kind of see the improvements of the card. I'm looking on 2K database right now. Again, they don't have his specific, Evo update on there. But you guys can see the animations. Does get the Banchero base. MJ dribble style, Kobe size up, escape is what you're looking at, as well as the normal leader with Banchero. Now, if you're wondering, what release Banchero is going to look like, I'll show you guys right now. Because as we are going through this, I think it is important that you guys do see releases again as we go through this, so you guys know what you're looking at for these specific players. Again, I'll show everything in a gameplay later, but as we go through it again, I can show kind of how he's gonna move and the release he's gonna look like. Obviously, he's gonna be better than this card is, and that's why we're gonna do the gameplay. But here's what release you're gonna look at for Mr. Banchero here in a shoot around, so I can kind of show you guys what you're looking like. Okay, release wise, it looks fine. I mean, again, it's decently quick. Obviously, I shot it late there, but it's decently quick, especially for early game 2K. Is it great? I mean, probably not. But again, it looks decent enough, at least to me, early on in 2K, to at least be serviceable in my team. Again, the Sapphire Banchero is going to be way better than the, way better than the Banchero I just used in shoot around. And he is going to be just fine at that. Now, the next guy, guys, we are going to look at here is Jeremy Sochan. Now, when you look at Jeremy Sochan here, 6'9", 230 pounds, good player, model good player build, 73 ball, 80 driving dunk. Again, I feel like his stats overall are mid-70s across the board. With 3 Evos, if those just get updated a little bit, he is going to be absolutely elite. Yes, he might be a little harder Evo with this 73 ball. That is, I guess, something that does concern me a little bit. But even for Jeremy Sochan here, okay, when I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go into shoot around and show you guys exactly what he's working with. His release on 2K database right now says slow. Now, for me, that is a little bit of a red flag to me. And why? It's just I hate slow releases in my team in general. He has the Joel Embiid dribble style, which again, I don't know how that's going to be like. But let's check out his release. Okay, you know what? I don't know if this release is on slow or not. But if this is what his release is like, I don't mind it, right? Obviously, I'm not greening because it's from 3 and his 3-ball rating is not that high. But is it horrible? I don't know if it's horrible. I can't sit here and say it's great, but again, I personally don't think it's horrible. And if with the Evo, I feel like his potential is off the charts. His player model is going to be good. He's 6'9" at that small forward position with a 7'1" wingspan. I mean, you're probably going to look at a very, very solid Jeremy Sochan card there in my team. Again, we'll see what the Evo looks like, but as far as player model release-wise, I think he's going to be okay. Jalen Duren up next, okay? Let's start with his stats, and then we'll go from there. 6'11", 250 pounds, can't shoot with the base card. Base card has a 73 speed and a 67 lateral quickness. I think the base Jalen Duran is going to play a lot like Anthony Davis, but an Anthony Davis that can't shoot. Now with the Evo, here's what he's either going to get. He's either going to get way more athletic, or he's going to get a decent 3-ball. Now, again, you're looking at the Jalen Duren base on slow for the base card. I don't know if it'll get better with the Evo, but here's what you're looking at, guys. Even as a Sapphire, defensively, he's going to be fine. His badges look fine, too. Again, I'll go through Sohan's badges here in a little bit after we see what release Jalen Duren's working with. But for me, at least in specifics, it's the badges. Yes, you can look at them, but it's hard to test because until you Evo Jalen Duren, until you Evo them, you don't know for sure what badges they are going to settle on. So let's check out the release, at least in shoot around here. Okay, it's definitely really gross for Jalen Duren. So, I mean, it reminds me of set shots. I think it's 17. Gross. Terrible release for Jalen Duren. Nearly unusable. So, even if he does get a 3-ball, you got to remember in the back of your mind that Jalen Duren's release is awful. He's going to be more of that defensive hybrid. At that power forward position, though, if they give him a 3-ball, I feel like he could play very similar to a better Pau Gasol, right? He's going to be better than Pau Gasol because he's got better speed, probably a better player model. And badge-wise, he's already solid. For Sohan badges, again, not great, but he comes with clamps, comes with interceptor, comes with those little small abilities. For Drummond here, I'm not even going to look at his release because it doesn't matter. He can't shoot. He does have a good standing driving dunk, decent defensively, 69 speed with 59 lateral quickness. Is Andre Drummond going to be good? That's going to be a question people ask. My answer to that is no. Andre Drummond is going to be pretty bad in my team. He's got the Andre Drummond based on normal timing, which is probably solid enough. Badge-wise, I mean, he does have the Hall of Fame Masher, which could be pretty overpowered. 14 gold badges, including interceptor. Drummond's not going to be bad. It's just a matter of he's only 6'10", can only play center. Is he better than a guy like Rudy Gobert? I doubt it. I think they're different players, but I just still don't think he's better than a guy like Rudy Gobert. For his value, he might be okay. I just have a hard time seeing Andre Drummond be that next level of good right here. Now, we do get an Andrei Kirilenko as well. Now, for AK-47, he's 6'9", 83 ball, 65 driving dunk, 86 ball handle, defensively absolutely elite. This Andrei Kirilenko is legitimately so good in my team. I can't express that enough. This card is incredible. Hall of Fame Challenger, clamps, menace, 21 gold badges. Nah, this AK basically breaks the game. He is that good in my team. I mean, he is absolutely incredible. Now, this is the release he's working with. Now, again, I'm going to go to this guy just because on 2K database, I can see the exact release. Again, when we do a gameplay, we'll break it down a little bit further. But I want you guys to at least, what did I click on? I want you guys to at least see what release he is working with right now as we're speaking, because that can give you a better idea of how good these cards specifically are going to be. But for AK-47, this card reminds me of the AK-47s that we've seen early on in my team from past years. You know, he's got a good release. It says Haywood Highsmith release. Now, again, do I know what release that is? No, I thought I could go into the Miami Heat collection and check that out, but obviously I can't. But I think it's going to be a solid release. I guess we'll have to see for Andrei Kirilenko. But as long as his release is not horrible, with AK stats and badges, it's going to be absolutely elite. Again, stay tuned to see what release he's working with. But as long as it's a serviceable enough release, you might be looking at one of the best players in the entire game here in AK-47. Last but certainly not least, we've got to take a look at big Blake Griffin. 6'10", 250 pounds, 83 3-ball, 98 standing dunk, 98 driving dunk, decent enough ball handle. Defensively is not great, and that's the one thing I would kind of warn you guys with Blake Griffin is defensively he's going to struggle a little bit. His 3-ball is really high though. So the question for right now might be, okay, Ty, well, is Blake Griffin's offense gonna kind of outweigh what he's working with on the defensive end? And me, personally, I think yes, but at that power forward position. I think if you play Blake Griffin at center, he is going to get absolutely mashed. Now, Hall of Fame badges, Aerial Wizard, Bully, Limitless Takeoff, Posterizer, Pogo Stick, 17 gold badges as well as solid. I mean, all the way across the board, Interceptor as well, quick first step. He's going to be a cheeseball at that center position. He might honestly be the meta center right now if you are trying to run that 5-out type of scheme. Does have a hot spot from that right hash as well, which is going to help Blake Griffin out in general. So, am I super high on AK and Blake Griffin? Yes. I honestly think I'm higher on AK than anybody else in this set. And I really think these Sapphires that do get evoed up are going to be absolutely incredible as well. Again, I'm kind of refreshing this page, hoping that the Sapphire Evos eventually pop up here so we can see exactly what we're working with. But until then, it is going to be really just interesting right now to see you know, how it all works out. So it also does say there is a reward Donovan Mitchell as well, which a reward Donovan Mitchell I think is going to be a very interesting card. Now, I couldn't necessarily find Donovan Mitchell in the MyTEAM menu, so let's take a look at 2K database. It says Takeover rewards 6'1", 6'10", shooting guard, point guard. Okay, 89 3-ball, good standing, decent standing dunk, good driving dunk, 83 speed ball, 88 ball handle, 93 speed acceleration, 90 lateral quickness, great defensively. This Donovan Mitchell is absolutely incredible. He can get limitless range, can get unpluckable. You're going to have to give him unpluckable, give him clamps. But after those, I mean, this card is absolutely elite. Donovan Mitchell based on normal timing. Again, we'll see what that's really working with. Ja Morant dribble style as well. Jelly layup package, I don't know about that, but I mean, look at the total badges on Donovan Mitchell. It's absolutely incredible. I feel like this Donovan Mitchell is going to play like the Donovan Mitchell that we did see last year, who was absolutely incredible. And I'm telling y'all right now, this Donovan Mitchell card is going to be absolutely elite. So just going through things, Blake Griffin can't get limitless range. That's important to note. His quick first step can get upgraded, can upgrade his interceptor. Can't get clamps, something to look at as well. Give him unpluckable, can obviously help him out there. For Andrei Kirilenko, you guys might be asking what badges can he get? Can't get limitless range, but it shouldn't matter too much defensively. Can get brick wall, can get quick first step, can give him a lot of those badges that he might specifically need. For AK-47, already does come with unpluckable. Comes with catch and shoot, corner specialist, some good badges there. For Andre Drummond, doesn't really matter. Obviously, defensively, can get a few badges there. But for Drummond, I'm not very high on him. Don't think it matters. And for these Evo cards, I mean, until they're Evo'd, it's going to be nearly impossible to see. And finally, we get the full Evos of these cards. So, I mean, take a look at these because we see what it looks like fully Evo'd versions of these cards are like. So, for Jalen Duren, again, doesn't get that 3-ball that we were hoping for. Obviously, you know, vertical strength goes up a little bit, interior perimeter. It wasn't what I was hoping for, honestly. You know, for Jalen Duren, I honestly thought the diamond version would be better than this. Is it a card I would pick up if I'm you guys? Probably not, okay? I think there's way better power forwards in my team. The one thing I will say is his speed out of 73 is still going to be solid. His lateral quickness is still going to be solid. He's just that inside big that I just don't know if I can get behind for Jalen Duren. Now for Jeremy Sochan up next, let's check it out. 3-ball goes up 3, which helps. Let's see. Animation still looks like it's on slow. Let's get Hall of Fame workhorse, Hall of Fame needle threader. Okay, some good defensive stats in here. And that's really what you're looking at for Sohan. I mean, these defensive stats are absolutely elite up and down for Jeremy Sochan. And so I'm pretty high on the card. But again, from this Sapphire, he doesn't get that much better. I'm not that high on this card. Honestly, just keep running Kawhi Leonard, who is basically going to be just as good. Banchero, man, I need something for you. And this card actually looks like something at that power forward position. Gets that 79 3-ball, you know, inside scoring goes up quite a bit. Speed at an 80, lateral quickness at a 73, not great. Defensively, just not great in general. Again, I don't know how good Banchero is going to be. His player model is going to make up for some things. It's going to help him out a little bit. But I'd be really surprised if any of these Evo to Diamonds are that good. But AK, Blake Griffin, Donovan Mitchell are all absolutely elite in my team. The Evos, I think, in my opinion, leave that little bit to be desired. Let me know your thoughts on these cards down below in the comments. For me, Blake Griffin, Andrei Kirilenko are the highlights of the set. The Evos definitely are the downfall in my opinion. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new. As always, man, I love you guys. And have a blessed day.